Sit right next to me. Sit right next to me. She hated y'all.
Well, since you guys are doing so well together, Naz, I wanted to ask you about what makes Pal so special.
Oh my
Yes!
God.
Ask me that, look.
She's okay. I don't know how she made it this far. No, I'm kidding. I think that Pal just brings a level of focus and intensity and just like excitement to the game. She comes in off the bench and just is always ready. She brings energy. She gets the ball up the floor quickly, and of course you guys saw her three-point shooting tonight, and that's a spark for us. I think that she's done great with that all year long, and she just continues to get better every single night.
Pal, if I may, just a quick follow-up. There was a moment out there where you were hyping up the crowd after you made these big shots. Like, what's going through your mind when all that's happening?
First of all, I apologize to Rye. She missed the free throw after that, and I was like, dang, my bad, twin. But, it just goes to show how, they love the dream and the support and the love from the fans. It's an amazing feeling to have, for sure.
Let me ask you this, follow up with that. They talk about your teammate next to you a lot about her leadership. What are your thoughts about Naz's leadership, and what leadership has she given you throughout this season?
Oh my gosh, literally, no, but for real, Naz is such a great leader. Like, when she talks, you listen sometimes. I'm just like, no, but she's just very vocal leader. She leads by example. She comes in every day with the mindset of getting better and what she can do to help this team succeed. And it's something that it's something that inspires me to be a better leader, and she's just someone that I love to play with and someone that I listen to because she obviously knows what she's talking about.
You all both had a great moment, back-to-back threes, and then you all meet and kind of jump and bump into each other. Can you talk to me about that moment at that point in the game? It was very pivotal in the outcome.
I mean, like I said before I came in, she wanted to be like me, so no, but she's done a great job just shooting three and being confident, and we know that she's going to knock it down, and for her to do that is just something that we enjoy, and it's something that she's going to keep building on, and the confidence that she's playing with, it's just going to go up from here.
Coach talked about how aggressive you are with seeking your shot. When you came into the WNBA, was that sort of your mentality to try and be as aggressive with that?
The mentality was make the team. But then from that point on, it was just doing what my job is to do, and that's to make shots and be able to gain trust from my teammates that I'm gonna be able to make the shots that they pass to me. So I'm gonna keep building on that and just keep building that trust with the team.
And then what's your favorite three-point celebration?
Oh my gosh, I'm still trying to find my celebration because I'd be scared I might get scored on defense, so I try to get back on defense as fast as I can.
For both of you, I guess what worked for you all in the fourth quarter in this game? I know the past two games, the fourth quarter's kind of been shaky, but what kind of helped you guys get past this fourth quarter, kind of get the win?
I think first on the defensive end, really getting some stops. They had a couple of players who were really hot, and I think we were able to slow them down in the fourth quarter. We also didn't give up as many free throws. I know we gave up a lot of free throws in that third quarter, which kept them in the game. And then we also just pushed the pace. We found open shooters, and they knocked them down. But I think the key part of that was finding the open shooters. I think sometimes in the fourth quarter, we weren't pushing the pace, so we weren't able to find that open man, especially in transition. And I think we did a great job of doing that today.
Naz, before the game, you talked about the second unit. I think you called yourself the bench mob. Is there that kind of mentality every single game? Like, hey, it might be you one game, might be Paopao one game, might be Nia one game?
Yeah, that is the mentality. Like I spoke about, our starting five is just so great, and we want to be able to give them a boost or pick up, or if they're lacking anything, we want to make sure that we're first watching it from the bench and then being able to clean those things up. We want to be able to give our starting five a rest. It's a long season, and if they have to play 40 minutes every night, that's just hard on their body. Like you guys know, we played Friday, Sunday, we're playing again on Tuesday, and that's just rough. And when we can come in and give them a spark, give them a couple of minutes, but not just to give them a rest, but to actually do something, grow the lead, get a couple of stops, I think it's just going to make our team better, and it talks to our depth as well.
Te-Hina, that's now 3 out of the last 4 games where you scored 16 points. How excited are you that you're finding your shot?
First of all, I can't get past 16. I think I'm just gonna reach 16 from now on, but no. I mean, it feels great. I just gotta keep shooting the ball and keep trying to make shots and just do, like I said, earn the trust of my teammates that I'll knock it down for them. And I just gotta take one practice, one game at a time.
No, it's this team, the balance of 5 players in double figures today. Is it, when you see the offense moving like this and players able to make the shots, I mean, 49% from the 3, what are your thoughts about how this offense is working and being able to get those shots to fall?
Yeah, I mean, it's really hard, and we know this, when the other team has 5 threats on the floor, sometimes depending on who you're playing or what team, and I know for me, for the past 3 years, you can sag off and now it takes away from the inside, or, whatever the case may be, being able to make sure that each person is taking their defender and making them guard just one-on-one instead of 2 people on the post or 2 people on Rye or Leash. So it's just nice having those threats and being able to space out the floor because on any given night, anybody can give you the double-digit scoring, and I think that just, like I said, goes to our depth, but also just makes things harder on the other team. And it also gives, a little bit of a release to, for the past couple of years where I felt like she had to carry so much of that scoring, and now it's Leash or it's Powell or whoever it may be. But I just think it helps when you're more well-rounded and you can have multiple players scoring in double digits every single night.
Awesome. You got a question?
Yeah.
Finish up with Janelle.
My question is for Naz. I actually asked Coach about this, but Chicago obviously plays with a physicality, and notice you are also bodying in the paint as well. Just how do you adjust when you notice like the officials are calling those fouls kind of tight, and just how do you adjust your game and able to still kind of body in the paint there?
Yeah, that's exactly what it is, just adjusting. I think that usually you try to find out what they're going to be calling it like in the first 2 minutes, and then you go from there. You just have to make sure that you can be physical earlier in terms of maybe not giving them the opportunity to catch the ball because you're physical away from the ball, and then once they get it, hands up, go to the verticality. It's going to make a big difference, and like I talked about from the 3rd and the 4th, I think we were super aggressive in the 3rd, gave them so many free throws, and then in the 4th we said, okay, how about we not let them catch the ball, and then once they do, straight up verticality, if they make the tough shot, they make the tough shot, and we'll live with it.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
Congratulations, Rob.
Thank you.